Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage the President of the Hellenic Association of Treasurers, Alexandros Koliavras, the Secretary of the Association, Iliana Angelaki, the Treasurer of the Association, Hariton Papatriadafilou, and the board members, Alexandros Belos and Christos Baltoumas, the Board of Directors of the Hellenic Association of Treasurers.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 4th HAT International Treasury Summit. Bienvenue en Grèce, bienvenue à Athens. Welcome to Greece, welcome to Athens. And the Hellenic Association of Treasurers, the Board of Directors, the committees, and the working groups, we are delighted to invite you to our annual event. Before we start, we would like to thank our sponsors. As always, we are always saying we wouldn't be here without them. Eurobank, for the 3rd year in a row, we have, as a platinum sponsor, always supporting us. You're going to see during the day, the cash management working group developed an amazing project with them. We're going to discuss a little bit more about that. EY, also for the 3rd year, a sponsor. We did a collaboration, international collaboration in Greece, but also outside of Greece, and we are delighted to have them today, the whole team. Morningstar, for the 1st year, we have them directly as a platinum sponsors. We are extremely happy to welcome them. Last year, Morningstar announced during the summit on the 8th of September the upgrade of the credit rating of our country. I think we can be very proud that this year, I think it's also the same day today or one of the following days. We hope that the trend is going to continue with the same upward course. We move to the gold sponsors. We have Kiriba and Fitch Ratings, Sustainable Fitch. For 3 years in a row, sponsors are by our side. They see the added value of coming here in our event, and we're delighted to have them. And for the 1st year, this year, in the silver category, we have Amundi, the asset management solution, and returning sponsors, Allianz, FIS, Mars, TIS, 360T, and Titan Treasury Centrus. Then we have bronze sponsor, the Athens Stock Exchange. We are very happy to welcome them for the 1st year. Goldman Sachs, the asset management, and of course, Salmon Software. The event supported by the European Association of Corporate Treasurers and the Bernica law firm. Before we move, I would like to do a little bit of an introduction about our association. Of course, the board members were working endlessly. I would like to thank them, and please join me to give a round of applause to them because, we are working tirelessly on a pro bono basis, and we are ensuring that every penny that we are getting from the sponsors are ending up to our members. We want you to get the maximum experience that you can have, and of course, this is happening because we are on a pro bono basis. And thank you very much from the heart for all the collaboration and the amazing work that we are doing together. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, whatever you see today here, of course, is not only the board members. I know that the video was a bit impressive, and we are very happy to showcase that constantly the Hellenic Association of Treasurers is growing, and we want to have a global footprint as we have. But we have an amazing team in our help. I would like to thank Eva Galou, Yannis Lefas, Georgios Alexis, Panagiotis Yabras, Ioannis Bibas, Dimitris Bithas, and Alexandra Karsanidou, because without them, we wouldn't be able to organize everything today. One team, an amazing team. I would like to thank them dearly. Then, after the muscles of our association, right, that they're helping on a pro bono basis, on a daily basis, we have the brain of our association, the working groups. We have 6 currently working groups. Of course, these working groups are created or merged depending on the market needs that we have. We introduced 2 years ago the Bank Treasury Working Group chaired by Ioannis Bibas. The working group, of course, is discussing the nature of the bank treasurer, which is a little bit different than the corporate treasurer, but also a little bit the same. It's the same coin, different side. We have the Brain and Business Gain working group, which is the advocacy working group when it comes to investments back in our country. It's not only the brain gain that we can do, it's also about the business gain that we can do. The Greek market is a very competitive market. The labor force is very competitive if we compare with other locations in Europe, especially when the inflation is rising. Greece, compared to other countries, is a very attractive place to come and introduce a share service center or your company from all across Europe. The blockchain and digital assets. HAT is committed to technology. As you have seen from the video, technology is the first cornerstone of our community. We are advancing rapidly towards improvement, standardization, transformation, and of course, blockchain technology and digital assets. The working group is chaired by Panagiotis Yabras. An amazing work you will see also during the sessions during the day, where you will have the opportunity to see Panagiotis as a moderator of one of our sessions. The Cash Management Working Group, our most popular working group, 29 members in total. The working group is chaired by Manos Valsamakis and Sotiris Agious. You will see in a bit later on the presentation, the working group is doing a phenomenal job, also in collaboration with Eurobank, our platinum sponsor, and we will have the honor to see them presenting their work. The Corporate Finance and Risk Management, the enhanced working groups that we combined the 2 working groups into one this year, chaired by Konstantinos Andritsopoulos, a new head of the working group, of course, bring a new aura and a new energy in the working group. We have a lot of things preparing in the pipeline, and we are delighted to present one of that in one of the sessions today. Last but certainly not least, the Shipping Treasury Working Group. It's a new working group that we started this year. Ioannis Lefas started the working group this year. We want to address the added value and the potential of the shipping industry in Greece. We know that a lot of companies, they are scattered around Europe, although they are of a Greek ownership. We want to invite them back to our country, back to Piraeus Port, to have a presence there. That's why we are developing the working group. We're improving the community around the shipping treasury industry. Now, HAT, as you know, is spanning all across the globe. We're a hybrid association. We have the member base constantly increasing, constantly advancing. And as always, we like to pay tribute to our Greek community and the Greek diaspora that we have all across the globe by addressing a Greek good morning or a Greek kalimera από την Ελλάδα. We have live connection with Copenhagen and Alexandra Karsanidou. I think we can see you, we can hear you. A great good morning and kalimera από την Ελλάδα.
Good morning to you all. Thank you. A big thank you, Alexandros, for allowing me to be here virtually because I couldn't make it today to be there with you. A big congratulations for all your efforts to organize the 4th summit and for all you have done so far. It's really impressive. I find it actually quite inspiring and motivating to be part of an organization that is that creates a true global network which promotes the stronger ties between Greece and other countries, and where Treasury professionals can connect from all over the world and meet and collaborate and share ideas and best practices from the Treasury world, and to share expertise, I think is very fascinating. And also the fact that we all share the common vision of promoting the Treasury sector in Greece, and which will also have a positive impact, I believe, in the Greece financial sector. So I'm really proud to be part of the organization. Big congratulations, and I wish you a great summit day full of constructive discussions and learning sessions.
Thank you, Alexandra.
Thanks so much.
Thank you very much for watching and participating and supporting us. Now, we're going to move to the next country, which is South Africa. We're going to greet Artemis Galatis, the president of the South African Association. Kalimera, Artemis, from Greece.
Kalimera, Alexandros. So sorry I'm not there. But Kalimera and good morning to all. My heartiest congratulations to the board, the committees and the working groups on what you have achieved in such a short time. And my best wishes that you go from strength to strength and continue. It is really most amazing just to see the dedication that you have put in and how well it is performing. To everybody else who's attending today, my best wishes as well for another successful summit.
Thank you very much, Artemis.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Artemis is the president of the South African Association, also a third generation of Greek heritage, proudly representing the community in South Africa. Then we're going to go to Jerry Moschopoulos to the United States. I know that's very early in the morning, Jerry, but good morning from Athens, and thank you very much for joining.
Kalimera. Good morning from USA, from Atlanta. I'm very happy to join and be part of this global community of esteemed professionals. I remember how excited I was 4 years ago when I became a member. I'm even more excited now, seeing the tremendous growth and impact our community has made to the treasury, banking, and finance space. So huge congratulations to everyone involved for the teamwork, the hard work, and Alexandra, thank you for your leadership.
Thank you very much, Jerry.
All the best, my best wishes for today, for a very successful summit, to the speakers and the participants, and I hope to see everyone next year in person.
Thank you very much, Jerry. I appreciate it. Thanks for being up so late or so early in the United States. And of course, as you know, as we mentioned, HAT is spanning in 22 countries. 3 of our countries are present in the call. They were present in the call: Denmark, South Africa, and the United States. But of course, we can see the growth of our associations. Currently, we have 313 registered members, which is an increase of 46% versus the previous year. We also monitor actively the gender balance benchmark. We see that the female versus male, the females are increasing in our association. We're extremely proud to see the gender balance increasing, 37% this year versus 34% the previous year. Last but certainly not least, we have the forecast for our membership. We are constantly attracting new members from banks and corporates. We are estimating end of Q1 2025 to be 350 members. Of course, we see that we're always beating the forecast, which we always like to see. Deliverables, what we have achieved the previous year. That's why the sponsors are supporting us. We want to actively show them where we actually are. HAT is participating in the European Association of Corporate Treasurers. It's a body of regional national treasury associations, as it is the Greek one. Today we have the honor and the pleasure to welcome François Masquelier, the chair of the EACT for, François, I think 4th year. Thank you very much for always joining, for always supporting. We see also that the HAT members, they are traveling all across the globe to represent Greece. First in the Eurofinance last year in September, we had 13 HAT members, a delegation representing our community. Later in the year, in April, we participated together with Iliana Angelaki and Hariton Papatriadafillou, the secretary and the treasurer of the board, and highly esteemed board members of the association in the EACT Summit organized in Brussels. And we also had a representation in the Treasury 360 conference, which is the biggest conference in the Nordics, is covering 5 locations. International relationships. HAT is part of the IGTA, the International Group of Treasury Associations. 30 associations are under this umbrella. We met the previous year in London. We're meeting in a month in Madrid. We're discussing about regulatory developments, updates of its market, and potentially some correlations and some know-how that we can exchange and bring back to our members. As I mentioned at the beginning of the session, and thanks to EY for supporting us and sponsoring us, besides sponsoring the event, we also had them sponsoring the HAT BXL 2024, the event that we organized in Brussels. At the Embassy of Brussels, we met with Sofia Gramata, the ambassador of the Greek embassy, and together with the Enterprise Greece, the organization supporting the investments, the Greek investments outside of Greece for the country. And in collaboration with the embassy in Brussels, we managed to organize an event actively promoting, inviting professionals from corporates to showcase all the competitive advantages that we have as a market. Very successful, and I would dearly like to thank EY for the support, but also Enterprise Greece and the embassy. Now, HAT, as I mentioned in the opening, worked very close with Eurobank and the Innovation Center and the transaction banking teams of Eurobank. We have a dedicated session presenting the solutions and, first of all, the issues, the day-to-day issues and the problems we identify as a community, and we discussed that with Eurobank. Total 60 problems identified, 19 out of the 31% of the problems they have been already resolved. And we had a major participation from our association, 19 executive members from the Hellenic Association of Treasurers, and 24 executive members from Eurobank. They actively discuss in the forum. Of course, this is a collaboration in general with the banking system of the country. We want to expand that to other banks also to get the know-how and also minimize the distance between the corporate world and the banking world. Education. As I'm always saying, education always comes at the top of our agenda. HAT is putting a lot of attention in creating collaborations, in addressing any market gap that we have in the collaboration with universities. Earlier this year, Iliana and myself, we signed a collaboration with the National and Kapodistrian University of Athens, with the Department of Economics. Dimitris Siokis, former board member of the Hellenic Association, also supported us and initiated a collaboration with the University of Piraeus, and also provided a session afterwards introducing the art of treasury to the students. And of course, we are, as a next step, discussing about the creation of the master's diploma in Greece around treasury. We are extremely happy to focus in education. We have today also the board from the investments community and the forum from the Economic University of Athens. Thank you very much for joining, 4 members from the board. As the next one, education, of course, continues inside the borders. We have the collaboration that we did in Eurobank around financial risk management. With the collaboration with the University of Athens, we initiated the collaboration. We did 2 subsequent sessions. One with, I did myself the first one, George Tsinidis did the second one, and Mariana Polikrati did the third one. I would like to dearly thank them for their contribution to our association. The working groups of bank treasury and blockchain also organized 2 very interesting sessions. By the way, all the sessions that we have, you can find on our YouTube channel. including the session that we are having today, which, by the way, is broadcasted live across all the world from YouTube, and especially in the 22 countries that HAT has presence. Third pillar, education abroad, how HAT is collaborating with other associations in bringing the knowledge, sharing the knowledge, but also learn, of course, from other associations. 2 years ago, we initiated the Open Treasury. It's a network of associations, the Croatian, the Hungarian, the Romanian, and the Czech association. Of course, in the western part of Europe, you have major associations like the Dutch association, the French, the British associations. These are massive associations that, of course, they have the resources, right? We are in a pro bono basis, of course. For this event, we have the sponsors, but otherwise we are doing it just because we love our profession and we love our community, and of course we love our country. But on the eastern part of Europe, associations are a little bit smaller. We are united and we are discussing a session. We are organizing a session. It's going to be announced after the summit. François Masquelier is going to chair and moderate the session, and we are going to announce it shortly after. Articles by HAT members. We are always encouraging our professionals and our members to write articles about our profession. We need to democratize further our profession, to introduce it to the new generation, to have the professions being engaged with our community, and we can do that by explaining our thoughts in articles. This year, Yannis Lefas wrote an article in Nafteboriki, a major local newspaper, around the shipping treasury. Shipping had a booming this year. We did quite a lot of activities. Iliana and myself, we had an article about the share service centers. As we mentioned, it's the target from the Brain and Business Gain working group. And we also introduced an article about the importance of the bank treasury and how that correlates with the corporate treasurers. Last but certainly not least, we have presence in social media, as I mentioned, the YouTube, but also LinkedIn. We have actively the LinkedIn page. You can connect there. I believe there are 2,300 members approximately following the page. Very successful growth. But we also have the LinkedIn group, which is applicable and available only for the members. And you can go there, you can find your first job or your next job, because of course we want to have a more increase on the market. We want to elevate the profession and we want to advertise these positions. Next, I'm gonna welcome on stage Nadia Protogeraki, the moderator for the first session. I'm really delighted to have you here today, and hopefully we will chat more in the coffee breaks, and hopefully you will enjoy the session. Thank you very much.